Welcome to This Explainer. You know, if you've been following the tech news lately, you are probably drowning in an absolute alphabet soup of AI testing. MMLU, GSM-8K, GPQA, I mean, it literally looks like a foreign language, right? Well, today we are cutting through all that chaos to decode what we're calling the ultimate AI decathlon. We hear it every single day. AI is passing bar exams, it's writing complex code, but when we're actually trusting these tools with our own work or even our health, we really need to step back and ask a super fundamental question. How do we know they're actually smart and not just incredibly convincing parrots that are just mimicking their training data? Well, enter the AI benchmark. Think of this as a highly standardized obstacle course for machines. Benchmarks are rigorously designed to systematically break down and measure very specific facets of intelligence. They give us objective yardsticks to see exactly where a model excels and, frankly, where it completely faceplants. Okay, so here's our roadmap for this decathlon. We'll start with the AI obstacle course, move into general smarts and reasoning, then hit specialized skills and professions. After that, vision and multimodal tests, testing autonomous AI agents, and we'll wrap up with the ultimate benchmark challenge. Let's dive in.
Section 1. The AI obstacle course, moving the goalposts.
The leap in difficulty over just the last few years is absolutely staggering. I mean, early tests like GLU, they basically just checked if an AI understood basic grammar and single sentences. But today, models are facing absolute beasts like MMLU Pro. We're talking about a grueling gauntlet of 12,000 complex questions across a dozen different academic disciplines. And they throw in 10 options per question just to completely eliminate random guessing. Moving right along to Section 2, General Smarts and Reasoning. Testing everyday logic. Before an AI can go off and cure a disease, it actually needs basic common sense. So it has to pass something called HellaSwag to logically finish everyday scenarios and Winnow Grande to figure out complex pronoun ambiguities. It takes the GSM-8K just to prove it can survive an elementary school math test and Trivia QA to show it has broad general knowledge. It's essentially the AI equivalent of graduating middle school. Which brings us to Section 3. Specialized skills and professions, the expert level. So we aren't just asking trivia questions anymore. Modern models are competing in highly specialized professional events. We're actually making them take the U.S. medical licensing exam through a benchmark called MedQA. We're asking them to synthesize Python code completely from scratch using HumanEval, or solve complex mathematical proofs, or even fix real-world software bugs directly from GitHub using SWE-bench. The AI is literally out there auditioning for a six-figure job. Now get this. There's a benchmark called GPQA, which stands for Graduate Level Google Proof Question Answering. Highly skilled humans who are given unrestricted access to Google for 30 minutes, they totally fail this, scoring only 34%. Even brilliant human PhDs in physics, biology, and chemistry only score around 65%. It just shows you how terrifyingly high the ceiling of AI capabilities is getting right now.
All right, Section 4, Vision and Multimodal Tests, giving AI eyes.
In these multimodal events, the AI isn't just reading text, it's actively looking at the world. It has to extract hidden text from images using text VQA, or act as a financial analyst interpreting complex graphs with chart QA. And even more impressively, using CheckSpert, it has to flawlessly detect diseases like pneumonia from chest x-rays, or interpret dynamic video scenes to safely drive an autonomous vehicle. It is truly bridging that massive gap between language and sight.
Up next, Section 5. Testing autonomous AI agents. Action over words.
So the ultimate goal here is true autonomy. Benchmarks like WebArena drop AI agents into simulated computer environments to see what they can really do. The AI reads a natural language goal, something like book a flight under $1,000, and then it actually opens a browser, navigates around, extracts the information, and executes the final action entirely on its own. We're measuring real action over just spitting out words.
Which leads us to our final stop, Section 6, the ultimate benchmark challenge. What comes next?
As these models begin matching PhD-level experts across the board, researchers have essentially had to create the absolute limits of testing. Enter a benchmark that is literally and somewhat chillingly called Humanity's Last Exam. Designed by global experts, this is meant to be the absolute final closed-ended academic test of its kind, blending math, humanities, and sciences into one ultimate unbeatable gauntlet.
It contains exactly 2,700 incredibly difficult verified questions. The specific criteria for making it onto this test, the questions must push the very boundaries of expert human-level knowledge, ensuring that absolutely no current AI can easily solve them. It is quite literally the final boss of the AI decathlon.
But let's take a breath and stay grounded here. Evaluating AI is never a perfect science. Across all these tests, researchers are constantly battling core challenges, like, is the model truly understanding the concepts, or did it just memorize its training data? Can it handle weird edge cases and unexpected inputs? If it writes code, does that code actually execute correctly? And crucially, as we start deploying these in medicine and law, are we ensuring they operate fairly, without perpetuating harmful demographic biases?
All of this rapid, frankly mind-blowing progress leaves us with a fascinating and maybe slightly daunting reality to ponder. We are currently building tests that are entirely Google-proof. We are literally drafting humanity's last exam. Once an AI ultimately passes every single test humanity has to offer, what on earth do we test it on next?